Hey everyone, in today's video I am setting up my new planner for a new year. Now, normally I use the same planner for the whole school year, but new year, new me. This is my planner from last year and I love a lot about this planner, but this is from School Nest. It's just their weekly planning notebook and I love the cover. I love the layout of most of the pages. It works really well, but I bound this one myself. I cut off the binding and did the spiral, and I messed it up, you know, up a bunch of different places. And also, the only thing I don't like about the School Nest planner is that the paper is like super thin. And especially if you use erasable pens on it, it makes it like a weird, I don't know if you can kind of see that, like a kind of a wrinkled texture, almost buckled a little bit. And next year I'd really like to make my own planner, but I don't have time to do all that creating on the computer right now, and I'm not entirely positive of everything I would want to include in it. So I don't want to invest that amount of time, but I have a digital homeschool planner that I had bought a couple of years ago, I think. I don't remember why I bought it. I think maybe it was my plan to use it. I'm not sure, but I went through and I picked out the pages that I thought would work for me. And I printed them out on my nice, like, thicker paper. I've talked about this before. When I'm printing a lot of my teacher's manuals or things like that, a lot of times I will print on a nicer quality paper. And I will link that in my Amazon storefront because you always ask. So I printed it on a nicer, thicker paper. And then I thought maybe I'd make my own cover, like I'd watercolor something. So I thought I would take you through the process and then I'll show you my whole planner when it's put together at the end and getting it set up and all of that. So if that sounds interesting to you, stick around. Alright, so here is the finished planner. This is the cover that I watercolored. You know, I haven't messed something up in the laminator in years. And I put the back cover through perfectly fine. And then the front cover, it got messed up on the side. So it's not perfect right here, but it's okay. It's only for 5 months that I'm using this. I just printed these off on the printer and glued them on because I didn't want to mess it up with my handwriting, but I think the cover turned out all right for my first time. I went ahead and just redid our school year calendar, and then I printed next year's on the back so that I can be planning that. I've got our year at a glance here. I was keeping attendance in our in my other planner, so I just transferred that here, and then we'll start January up here. I need to do this part yet. Our daily schedule is going to be changing for next semester, which I will probably talk about in an update. So I'm going to fill this in. I did one for each of my kids. This, I put one of these in every month because we typically have a unit study every month, but I'm trying to lighten that load a little bit in the second semester too, so we'll see. But I put one in anyway, and then I put a notes page. I put our monthly calendar and filled stuff in. I added some washi tape here. I decided to start keeping my budget, keeping like a monthly budget, like of what I spent. It's just much easier for me to keep track of it that way. So I added in a page for that. This has December and January on it. And I'll probably show that in another video. And then basically each month starts with, let's see. Yeah, the unit study page, the notes page, the calendar, budget, monthly goals, and then the weekly spread. So that's what we're going with. I'm excited about it. It's something new and fresh for the new year. I made it. I got to be creative while doing it. So I think it'll work well. And then for next year, I will work on like actually creating my own planner pages. But that's how this one is looking. I feel like I'm all set up. I might add some washi tape. But for now, this is fine. So anyway, if you have any questions, I'd love to talk to you in the comments down below.